Hello everyone, I'm Anne Leatherland and I'm a specialist vocal trainer and personal growth coach, working in the East Midlands and throughout the UK and also online. I'm here today just to talk a little bit about warming up your speaking voice. I asked quite a lot of people last week on LinkedIn and on other social media whether they actually warmed up their speaking voice, and I was amazed by the number of people who came back to me and said that it wasn't something they'd ever thought of doing. And that included, believe it or not, some singing teachers. So our speaking voice is really very, very important. If you're a professional voice user, and that means, you can be a speaker, a singer, a teacher, a presenter, someone in business, anyone, in fact, who uses their voice in their job from day to day, then you are actually using your voice quite extensively and you need to look after it. Let me give you an analogy. If you wanted to run a marathon, then you would train. You would warm up and you would train and you would get used to everything so that you could run that marathon. Why is it then with our voice, which is also a muscular system like that in the rest of our body in many ways, why is it that we assume our voice can just do anything we ask it to do whenever we want it to? I think it's because it's within us and it's part of us and we just take it for granted. But actually, going from a cold start and into a full day of speaking is like asking your voice to run a marathon without any preparation, or at least to do some extensive exercise without any preparation. Warming up is really important. Your voice is based on the vibration of the vocal folds, which are here inside your voice box or larynx. You can feel it there just very gently. You might think of it as being protected by your Adam's apple. That's part of your larynx. But those vocal folds need to vibrate and they have a muscle at the centre of them. Your whole larynx has muscles around it, within it, suspending it. Your breathing organs are involved in producing that vocal sound. They need to be working effectively and properly, and they also need warming up. Your whole body may be involved if you're doing energised speaking, or you have to project to any degree to a large number of people. I'm thinking here not just of performers, but for instance, if you are in a museum or if you're in an outside job where you have to take groups of people round, or simply if you're just addressing an audience and maybe you haven't got the help of a microphone. Your whole body is involved in any case in what your voice does, as is your brain and your psyche. This is why I've taken the time to become a personal growth coach, because I understand that how people feel about themselves is very much reflected in their voice, and that's something that can keep us stuck as well. But back to warming up. Warming up gives you increased blood flow and warms the core temperature, raises the core temperature, I should say, of all the muscles. Ligaments and tendons are warmed up and allowed to be more elastic so that you get better functioning. In other words, everything can respond more quickly and eventually cool down more quickly. Now that's going to make sense, isn't it? If you want to communicate on an effective level throughout the day without suffering from hoarseness and tiredness, and not understanding why, because those muscles, if you like, start protesting. We can also, and this is very important, prevent injury by warming up. That increase in the core muscle temperature is very important from that point of view. And finally, warming up helps you to create a focus and a mindset for the work you're going to do with your voice and in your business for the rest of the day. So there we are, just some reasons why warming up is a good idea. I'll be back in the next week or so with more ideas about warming up, including what and how, and giving you some great resources that you can have a look at. So keep an eye out for the rest of the videos and I'll see you again soon.